Hey, it's Chris again with C&H Auto Accessories, and today I got one of my favorite trucks. That's right, I got a Ford Raptor here, and what did we do? I'm going to show you in 1 second. By the way, that is my telephone number. If you have good questions, we have good answers. So that being said, come on over here, buddy. Look at this badass Raptor R. And I tell you, what did we do? Well, we did two things. We did a BedRug in here, and we did the Retrax Pro. That's the old metal one, XR. And that is the T-slot. Now, if you look at my truck, I got a T-slot with my cover, and boy, can I do a lot of things. Once you get a T-slot, you can put all kinds of racks, tall racks, low racks, tie downs, all this stuff can go on this. Now, I like this a whole lot. Now, this is the metal version. There's a couple different versions. The Pro is the all aluminum. Now, what's nice about this one, it is a double piece of aluminum. It's a top piece, and then they got an arch underneath that adds strength to it. This holds 500 pounds. Now, that is evenly distributed, so you don't want Uncle Louie who weighs 500 pounds to stand in the middle. No, it's more or less if you want to put lumber on here, you can tie it down here and it will hold the weight. So let's go into some other cool things here. So as you know, we put a BedRug in here. Now we did the XLT. Now the XLT is going to do your bed and your tailgate. The areas of your truck that gets the most wear and tear is this two areas right here, and this covers up really nice. Now I'm going to show you how the Retrax opens. Now what's nice about the Pro, you do get a dual lock system. If you look over the passenger side, see the extra lock there? Get one on each side. Now I know the cheaper models out there, they put one and you have to go over there and lock it that side. This one only has one handle, so you don't have to go the other side to open or close. Now this got a really good feature. This will lock anywhere along the track. The only way you can get another model that does that, you have to pay extra for the electric. This is the only manual cover that locks anywhere along the track. Why is that good? Well, let's say you open up and you got a little tall item. You can take the cover and kind of put it right up to the item. You got your tailgate, so they kind of hold it in place a little bit. Now, speaking of holding in place, and I've seen people do this, when these are locked, you don't do this, okay? Remember that. They're not designed for a 300-pound human doing this to it, so use common sense. So again, I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna push the little button here. Now, when I go to push it down, you wanna go from the top. So it locks it a little better. Now, this is a nice little handle. Now, I'm always telling you the pros and cons. I'm 6 foot tall. This is very easy for me to open and close. The person who owns this truck is tall too. But if you're vertically challenged, which is a nice way of saying short, keep in mind you have to be able to reach over, open and close this. So most of the time, about 99% of the time, it accommodates everybody. But again, you know, some people would have a little harder time reaching over the fender, because remember, this is a Raptor. Fenders come out a little further as well. So again, let's go ahead and open this all the way up. Now you do need to lock it when it's all this. Now if you look over here, this little thing around the lock, that is to keep water from getting into the lock. If you live up north and water gets in your lock, it could freeze, and then when you're trying to take your key in there, it's all frozen. This protects the elements from getting into the lock. In Florida, it's water. Now if you look in here, look how nice that BedRug XLT mat looks. Now as you can see, it has some moly panels we took off here. But I tell you, I like this because it is pre-cut. If you look from the factory, this is all done from the factory. And boy, do they do a nice job. You do not have to cut this yourself. So it's nicer that way. Also, we're not screwing any holes into the bed. This is basically Velcroed in there, so you could take it out to clean it. Now, most of the time when I have the BedRug, I put my Roomba in there. It goes around and that cleans it, or just a plain old broom. Now this can get wet. I know a lot of people, they put their hand on there, oh, I don't want to get this wet, it might ruin it. This is designed to be outdoors. This is designed for boats, and it easily can handle any water. I used to clean mine. Sometimes I would go through a car wash and leave the cover open, let the soap get in. When it's done, I took a little hose, rinsed it out. Easy way of cleaning it. This thing holds up really well, and it is padded. So like for example, as you know, Ford's using an aluminum bed. It saves weight, makes it faster, but they have a tendency to dent a little easier. So having a BedRug mat on top of the aluminum bed is a lot better. It's going to protect that bed really well. And again, if you want to sit on, you want to go to a Dolphins game, do a little tailgating. This little padded here, your butt will appreciate that as well. Now, if you look over here, you can see where the drainage system to the canister is, and as you can see, there is lots of room underneath the canister, so things can go underneath it. and we did not have to make new holes. That is a factory hole we just reused. So again, I like the idea we don't have to make new holes. We always try to avoid it. Also, another nice feature, if you look at the clamp system, this is one of the few clamp systems. See this little thing right here at the bottom? This is to keep a little extra strength on here. So again, let's say he wants to put some racks and he wants to put a tent up there, or heavy ladders or kayaks, whatever it is. This is going to handle a good amount of weight. So this is good 500 pounds easy. And depending on what racks you can get, they can be even more than that. All in all, this is one of my favorite setups here. It looks good. Most importantly, it works good. So again, let me show you how it closes. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. I push the little button. Now I got this great little handle. Very, very easy. Now, one thing I want to point out, most tailgates can go down. Now, some of the nicer ones like his, you can push it and it'll go up on its own. Now, if you're going up, usually this little piece of material sits in the crack there. It can't sit in the crack. We have to pull it a little tighter because it has to be able to, there we go. Let's see here. There we go. See how it's sitting up now? That is the way the sensor is not being affected by the BedRug. So if you get this BedRug and you put it on and you say, oh, the sensor, it won't close, it will close. You just have to pull it a little tighter, solves that problem. Now, another great feature of this one is the warranty. This has a lifetime warranty, which is probably the best warranty of all the covers out there. So you got a great warranty. It's built like a tank. It looks good. If you look at the finish on this, how it matches everything that came from Ford, you would think this came from Ford. But to be honest, this one is going to be better than what Ford has. Again, I'm Chris with C&H Auto Accessories, and I'm doing a review of the Retrax Pro XR, that's the T-slots here, with a BedRug XLT. And before I forget, hit that like button. We really appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel. Stay up to date with all this great new product. Thank you so much.